What's happened is that Team Russia has notified us, I would say about a month ago, that they were running into financial issues and problems as a direct consequence of the financial crisis we are seeing all over the world, and basically not being able to fund their campaign from Singapore and onwards. So we've known about this for some time. There's been work going on with us involved and others involved to try to secure new funding. But this has not materialized in time for the start of Singapore. So when the team arrived here in Singapore, they basically had to make a decision whether they continued or not, and the decision was made to withdraw from the next two legs, sail the boat back to Europe to be ready for any of the next legs after Rio, and then work really hard from now to then to secure new funding to be able to come back into the race.
We've been at this for a long, long time, and it's frustration, it's disappointment, it's everything. Because we're not actually seeing the thing through to the natural finish. And for myself, I mean, this is certainly not the first time I've done this race. It's effectively the fifth time, and it'll be the first time that I went and finished it, which will feel very strange, I have to say.
When it comes to the funding they need, I think it's a little bit difficult to say exact figure, because it depends on who you manage to get to sail the boat and to run the campaign, because it's very clear that Team Russia had high ambitions. But you know, it's possible to run these campaigns with many different setups. Whether you have a small shore team, a bigger shore team, and you have sailors who can do multiple jobs, etc. So I think, you know, we're talking about a couple of €100,000 per leg probably to be able to do it reasonably, and something in the range of €1 million, €1.5 million as a minimum to get the boat racing.
There's always an option. I mean, we've suspended from racing. We haven't fully retired from the race, so there is an option for us to come back. But somebody needs to come along with money very quickly. The team as such, it will fracture very quickly. I mean, it's starting already. It's inevitable. People have to look for work and all the rest of it. It's Christmas, New Year. People want to go home. They're frustrated, tired, and you know they want to be away from the boat. And then to try and get them to come back could be quite difficult. But there's always a possibility. Always a possibility.
It's a sign of what's happening outside sport. I mean, sport is sometimes living in a bubble. You know, like there's no doubt that in the Volvo Ocean Race, you're probably living in more of a bubble than anything else, because you're out there in the ocean, you have no idea what's happening, and you arrive, and the financial part of this world has crashed in the meantime, which has a direct impact on every single company that's involved in this race. So it's hard to find any company today that's not involved in cost-cutting situations, and that means very often cutting in marketing and sponsorship as well, which you have seen now with the casualties in Formula 1, in rally, in other sport events, and we have to adapt to that. We have to adjust our race for the future for sure, to be able to survive and do a good job for our partners.